Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Casual Comic Collector. Today I've got another unwrapping and overview video of the Star Wars Original Marvel Years Volume 3. So I've done videos recently for Volumes 1 and 2 of this series, and now I've gotten to Volume 3. So let's open her up and see what we see inside. So that's the front cover, that's the spine, and that is the back. So this includes issues numbers 79 through 107, annual number 3, and the Return of the Jedi miniseries numbers 1 through 4, and some material from other issues and other collected series. Oh, and it has a cover price of $125. Alright, so let's take the dust jacket off. Yeah, so like all the other, or rather the other two books, it's got classic black cover with a slightly different image than the other two books. Nothing on the spine and nothing on the back. Right, before we go through it, let me show you what the binding looks like. So it is, as always, standard Marvel quality binding. Sewn binding looks good. It's holding together nicely and stays open nicely, and you don't have any gutter loss. And even on the front, when you keep the book open, the pages aren't flipping over. And on the back as well. So I mean, this volume 3 is considerably, well, it's a bit thicker than volumes 1 and 2. I think they get progressively bigger. So volume 1 is the thinnest book, then volume 2 a bit bigger, and then this is the largest one. But yeah, all three are good. This one also holds together nicely. Right, so let's have a look inside. So this being volume 3 and the final volume in the original Marvel series of Star Wars, so you get the series wraps up here. You get the final issues, and then yeah, like we said, also the Return of the Jedi miniseries. So I mean, yeah, I think it's more of the same basically. A lot of sort of interesting adventures by the beloved Star Wars characters. It looks like the artwork. I mean, this series would have run through the early 80s. I mean, the artwork compared to probably the earlier issues had improved, and I would assume, it being a popular series, the writing probably had gotten better as well. But it's still the style isn't very much of the sort of early 80s. Late 70s. So if you liked volumes 1 and 2, I think this is basically more of the same. You probably enjoyed this as well. But yeah, like you saw from the back, from the dust jacket, that there were a lot of additional sort of issues included, which I think are a nice touch. So not only the main series, but also sort of collected issues from various different other magazines, and just a lot of additional content, which is always fun. Gives a nice snapshot into sort of how Star Wars was a sort of cultural phenomenon back in the early 80s, including some black and white comics as well. And I mean, yeah, so that sort of those extras included is nice, and I think it sort of makes up for the fact that I think Volume 2 had virtually no extras on at the back of the book. So I think this, including those sort of at the tail end of this, is a nice touch and sort of makes up for that, and feels like a nice extended extra section at the back. And a few sort of additional artwork, covers, pencil work. And that is it. So yeah, that wraps up the Star Wars Omnibus reviews. Like I said, I've done a few videos. I've done videos for volumes 1 and 2, so you should check those out if you want to get the full view. But otherwise, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you soon.